skidder. Used to, when he started, you know, he'd come out here and he'd stop to drop logs. Now he's, just like you see, not even slowing down, staying in the same gear, dropping, keeping them lined up perfect with the others, making a turn, going right back in the woods. Turn time always counts when you can try to figure out ways to make your turns faster. The same with John dropping logs off and just turning. Something I always try to push myself when I was younger. I always wanted to see how many logs I could get out in a day. And once I set a record, for me, I was always trying to break that record. It led to me trying to figure out ways to make my turn times faster. And that was just kind of a game I always played with myself there to, I don't know, just to get better at running a skidder. So when I was, you know, teenager and into my early 20s, Dad and Kenny were in pretty good shape, and they were putting a lot of timber on the ground in front of me, and you really had to keep up. So that's kind of where I learned to run the skidder, learned a lot of the tricks to it. Of course, Kenny was a really good skidder operator, and he showed me a lot of stuff early on. And just when you think you know a lot of the tricks, you can always find new things you can learn and teach yourself and find ways to get better, which still, I mean, I've been logging full time for 22 years now, and I'm still finding ways to improve on what I do and improve on how the business is ran and how we harvest timber and just be more productive and do a better job. That's what it's all about. Start the morning off by fueling up here. We've already fueled up. You guys know I bought this 1,000-gallon tank last winter. We just started using it. The MFPA members get a break on MFA fuel, so that's what I've done, and it's just easier to have that here so I can fill the Western Star, and that is highway fuel, it's not red fuel. Clear diesel is what some folks call it, but it's easier to have that here where I can pull up here, fuel up this Western Star, then I can be on the road again instead of fighting, trying to get into a station somewhere and waiting there with a small pump, because we can't always get into a truck stop, or we're not always close to a truck stop. And away we go. Need to get that load of junk hauled off. Few more to buck up to finish the pile. Other than that, deck's pretty clean. Got some end trimmings over there we're sweeping up, and got a kind of an outlaw load on. See, we've got some long sticks on the wagon here. We got a place for these longer logs in the red oak. It's we're just happy to have a decent outlet for them. They're long. We'll be taking some back roads for sure. The stave pile is getting big. Hopefully next week we'll start trucking that stuff out. There's probably pushing 200 trees in that pile, and they're long logs. get a lot of questions about what we see in timber. Like I had one just last week about oak blight, emerald ash borer, just different diseases and problems you see in timber. And we see a lot, I won't sugarcoat it. There's areas in Missouri we work, we see a lot of problems with timber. And we see a lot of healthy timber. We cut areas where the emerald ash borer has decimated things. We cut areas where there's no sign of ash borer at all. But here's one of the things that's pretty common that we see a lot anymore with oak timber. This isn't a very big tree, and you can see it cut a little ornery right there. Look at this one here. That's a nice tree, and it's starting to die. It's not over mature. Dead limbs. And honestly, I think a lot of it is because some of these timber stands weren't harvested when they should have been. This timber was way overdue on a harvest. That's why so much of it's cut in the way it is. There's still a lot of good timber in here, but there's a lot of it that's just, well, you've seen what the deck looks like in some of these top logs, and this white oak and red oak and black oak, it's just awful. And I think if you go in and kind of tend to your timber stands more periodically, go through and open them up, you kind of eliminate a lot of that stuff, kind of rid your timber of a lot of disease and problems. Putting the finishing touches on this job, on the cleanup. We've went back through on all of our log roads and swept up. We've pushed some tops together, not too much. We're just trying to consolidate a little bit and make a little more bedding for wildlife. I'm going back through now, just checking for spring poles, cutting them off, making sure we didn't miss any snags. If there's any tops that are sticking up a little high, we're cutting them down as well. But overall, I'm really happy with this job. And as soon as we get some rain, a little bit of moisture, which they're calling for in the next few days, we'll come up here and put some seed down, get all these roads reseeded, the log deck reseeded with a food plot blend, and this will be a done job, and it should be a really nice hunting property for the owner this fall when season hits. We're already seeing a lot of tracks in the roads here, so let's go through it. It's opened up from that ridge over there. When we started, you couldn't see that at all, but you can definitely see it now, and it's a beautiful view across there for sure. Several residual trees left over, a lot of white oak, which would be good for the deer population. Deer, squirrel, everything loves the white oak acorn. And you can see on this side over here, we logged it. You get over here on this side, we didn't touch anything. There's not much timber over there. Definitely opened it up nice. Still plenty of trees, and these trees will put on a lot of growth here in the years to come. Tremendous amount of bedding and cover for wildlife. Down through all these little offshoot roads with the skid steer and sweep them up. Landowner's got a great network of roads through here now. And again, as soon as we get some rain on this dust, we'll come up here and seed it pretty heavily. I don't think we've got to worry about erosion up here because it's pretty much nothing but flint rock, but we'll put that down. I prefer doing seed rather than water bars on my roads. deck is flip up nice. Said it's ready for seed. Landowner requested all the chunks be pushed off the side. He wants to cut them up for firewood later this winter. This will make a good food plot area right here, and that's what we're coming back with, a food plot blend. We'll get the rest of these logs hauled out over the weekend, first of the week. And that's it. We're done with this one.